Hello, my name is Chidi Amiki. I'm the author of the Intelligent Change Management Guide: How to Successfully Lead and Implement Change in Your Organization. Welcome to my video. This is one of many series where I'll be talking about change management. Specifically, for this video, I would like to focus on the change management process as outlined in my book. It will give you a great overview of a complete process to follow if you want to deploy change or transformation of any kind in your organization. So I look forward to talking you through the method that I have developed and follow to give you greater insight and understanding. As you can see from this slide, it has a complete overview of the change management process. There are 4 key phases or activities which I'd like to focus on in this session. And this is the discover phase, the define phase, design, and deliver. I'll take you through each one of those in a moment so that you have a clearer understanding of what I mean by these specific phases and what the inputs and outputs are for them. It's really important that when you are progressing with deploying change management in your organization, you have a clear change model that you follow or a process that you follow. It's got to be something which is repeatable, meaning anybody who applies the same process will achieve roughly similar results or outcome. This is important for consistency, but also to establish confidence in any environment that change can actually be achieved successfully and implemented by not just yourself, but anybody else in your organization who may be asked to participate or who may actually look to succeed you. So starting with the discover phase, the discover phase really is a critical phase of the change management process because it allows you to establish the foundation, the groundwork for what will later be the design phase of the change program. And in the discover phase, there are several activities which are really important that you follow. The first one in this model is a series of interviews which you conduct with the impacted stakeholders, as well as with senior management who are the instigators of change. It's important that you understand what the business objectives are, understand what the success criteria are, understand what the benefits that the organization are seeking to achieve. And if you seek to dig a little bit deeper, it's also important for you to understand the organization in itself in terms of who they are and why they were established in the first place. Often organizations tend to actually forget their core purpose. Why were they set up in the first place? What is the intrinsic value in which they seek to share with the world to make the world a better place, to improve people's lives, to add value, or to make a difference? Whatever that purpose is, it's important that you understand that in order to use it as a means to reconnect the organization to itself. And then there's the personas. The personas are really instruments that are created to allow you to put faces to different types of stakeholder groups in order for you to begin to look at these groups as people with likes, dislikes, preferences, habits, motivation, and so on. It makes it really easy to begin to develop solutions or develop communication strategies when you know actually who you're talking to. And then there's the influencer map, which is really an important tool to allow you to see how and who influences who in the organization. Now, in a simple terms, you could say that a line manager influences the line report, and you would be right to reach that conclusion. However, there are other people in the organizations who may also influence individuals in the business. It's important to start to map those out so that you can have a greater sense of really the intricacies of the relationships within the organization. And then there's the change alignment. It's about ensuring that the organization is aligned back to its purpose or back to its values, back to its strategic intent, and ensuring that stakeholders from senior management all the way through the different levels of the organization understand the purpose of the change, what they can do to support it, the benefits it will give to them as individuals, but also to the organization as a whole. And then the org structure really is it's a simple illustration of how an organization is structured. It's a generic kind of conversation on that piece, but it's important to understand the different departments and how they all are interconnected. And then we start to get into the areas of the change itself, starting to prepare for the change. And then I talk about the issues prioritization, how you start to collate, log, um, how you start to categorize the different types of issues that you begin to unearth when you perform your interviews with various stakeholders. And then you've got the process map. Then I talk about the stakeholders log, stakeholders results. And that really covers the first part of the discover phase. I appreciate I've gone through this quite quickly, but in my book, I'll take time to explain each of those in great detail. This video is designed just to give you a simple overview of the content of the book so that you may begin to understand the full picture of what change management is all about. I hope you found this first phase of the process, the discover phase, interesting and useful. In the second video, I'll talk more about the define phase and go into some detail on that for you. Thank you.